Hello, my name is Ted Robbins, and I want to thank everyone for being on this webinar today. Today's topic that we're going to talk about today is Facebook's Edgerank algorithm and why it should be so important to your business, why there's a little bit of a lack of understanding of the Edgerank, how it works. And so we're here today to clear up some of those misnomers about this Edgerank. And again, when you're talking in real simple terms as far as this Edgerank algorithm, it basically is the portion of the computer system within Facebook that controls what content is seen. To give you a good business example, if I'm a business and I have a bunch of people that are clients of mine that have went and have liked my page that I've got, the individual content delivery system, when I post something on my specific page and trying to get information to them so that they can see it in their news feed or come back to my page, or that interaction basically is working hand in hand with this algorithm to display content. And how many people have been able to see that you've got, when you're looking at your particular news feed or you're looking at your particular area on your specific Facebook page, and you're able to see that certain content is making it to your page and other people's content are not? Well, this is where this specific algorithm will basically come into play, is the people that you interact with, the individual relationship that you have with them. There's many factors that go into how content is delivered to you. And it's also real important for a lot of businesses, because I hear so many times in social media where a specific business person will say, well, I'm into social media and I'm not seeing any results from it. Or I'm in social media and I don't have a lot of fans, or I do have fans, but I'm not getting any return on investment on those particular people that have came and liked my page. So getting people for your overall brand is very important for you to understand the relationship, in that social media is not a silver bullet. It's not something that you could basically post up a specific page and then basically just leave it, not do anything with it, and then all of a sudden money is going to start rolling in your door. Same way that the individual websites many years ago that had came into play when people were looking at websites and a new business needed a website. Well, if you put up your specific website and if you didn't do anything with it that you have from your side, people said, well, my website really didn't work for me that I've gotten. People came to realize that it was more of a staple of business, that you really needed your specific website up for yourself. And Facebook and social media is becoming more towards that arena also, in that you needed to have a certain business portfolio or way to communicate with people in business should they look you up. Being in social media is real important, but being able to maximize your existence. So instead of just being there and saying, well, if somebody goes to my page, they need to be able to find information. Being able to utilize social media and to be able to utilize your business page in a way that's more powerful, so that you can use it as a mechanism to get a greater interaction between you and the people that like your brand, whether or not the brand is yourself as an overall person or the brand as a company. Getting greater interaction is very vital, and Facebook has realized this, and this is one of the reasons why they've worked this into their algorithms as to how content is being displayed. So let's start down through here a little bit of a list here that I've got for you. It's basically on how the algorithm works. If you start up here and item number 1 here and look at the closeness of the user of the brand or person. If the content is posted by a friend rather than a business, this involves the analysis of the relationship based on such factors as the time spent on a particular brand page and the number of shared messages or comments. The more your audience interacts with you, the higher infinity score for you will be. So when you're looking at the overall factors on your specific page, this is one of the major factors as to the reason why some people are not seeing success in social media, is because of the closeness and the time that you need and should be spending with the people that like your brand. If I own a business and I'm not in social media that you've got, you typically would have to hire salespeople to go out and interact with those individual people that are your clients that you've got to get that relationship. And how many people have heard of, breaking bread, or you're out with dinner, and these very, very close-knit relationships are met on a personal level that you have away from. Maybe it might be on a retreat, maybe it might be on a fishing trip, maybe it might be after hours that you've got with a specific client. But if you can get in touch on a personal interaction as well as a business interaction with somebody that likes, knows, and trusts your brand, you're going to basically have a longer term client. You're going to have a greater following with that person. You're going to have a greater interaction. And what Facebook has been able to do through social media is help bridge that. They've been able to provide this mechanism which you can start to harvest a personal relationship, share personal items, even on an overall business profile page. Because if you look at Coca-Cola's page, does Coca-Cola talk just about the Coke ingredients? Do they just talk about how much Coke that you basically consume? They basically will throw up other different types of information that they've got on their specific page to gain interaction, because it's not just all about business and business and business on your page, but your goal as an overall business and trying to push your brand through social media should be trying to, again, get this personal interaction. And that's one reason why with our total social media application, why we also put up things like trivia and other types of things that are not just about my specific business. If I go down to the next item, the weight of the content. This factor ranks comments and sharing higher than likes because they require more action on the user's part. So imagine if I have a particular post that I have on a specific page. So if I come down here that I've got for someone's individual page that's right here, let's say my news feed, if I go ahead and like this that I got from my side, what Facebook's algorithms are basically saying is that a like does not carry as much weight as a share or an individual comment, because it takes more time. If I just hit like that I've got from my side, like right now, and I click the like, that's all I need to do. But if I need to share it, I need to pick who I need to share it with. I also need to come down here and comment. That's why we teach a practice here through Total Social Media that when people go to your specific business page, that you need to basically thank the overall person. You need to comment on a specific post if someone does make a post on your specific page, because what that will do is basically increase your individual ranking that you've got and allow more content from your business to be delivered to that person's newsfeed. Now again, let me reiterate that I have and make sure that you get that really, really clearly. The more that you interact from a business page with individual people that have liked your page, that like, know, and trust your brand, the higher likelihood that your content and your posts are going to get to your people. And again, there's different things that you can do. Facebook had just, released here recently the ability for you to basically pay to have individual posts going to them. But again, even when you pay for a specific content or pay for a post to go to people, if that post isn't interactive, if it isn't going to basically make that person want to like it, share it, or comment with it, then you're basically just wasting your money there also. Because paying or buying your way still isn't going to help you unless you have an engaging comment or an engaging post for that person to be able to see. Now if I go back here, and this is the decay factor. This measures the age of your content. If it's older than other content, it doesn't get as high a score. So when you're looking at individual factors that you've got of what's going to basically be showing up, if other people are commenting or what they're able to see, that's why the frequency of your overall post is so very, 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 very important. And why with our total social media application, if you look at our application, our delivery system with our post and leap, where you're actually able to set and turn on an auto post where you can get consistency with your overall business page, where I can basically make a post every single day and know that that post is basically going to go out. It's very, very, very important. Some companies are posting multiple times during the day. And again, we've talked about here on these specific webinars of what times, like in the evenings and on the weekends, you're going to get a greater ability for people that like, know, and trust your brand to share your post if you post at certain times of the day. Now if I go back in here to our document here, and let's go down to item number 2. If I come in here to item number 2, the more engagement the better. How many of your posts on Facebook contain an instruction or call to action? If not many do, start asking your fans to share or like the content. You also can pose questions to spur comments that will help your EdgeRank score. For an example here, Coca-Cola, for example, often posts pictures with a product on a beach or similar settings and asks, "Coat check-in, where are you?" A recent post like this garnered 7,700 plus likes and more than 1,000 comments. So when you're basically taking a call to action, and a call to action is basically when you're asking something from people that follow your brand that you have, and you put something that requires them instead of just a statement, "This is my dog," or putting up a picture that you've got and saying, "This is a great picture of my dog. Tell me a funny story about your dog," or "What does your dog look like? Does your dog look like this?" Or when you are actually prompting a call to action where you're actually asking and posing that question that you've got, it's very, very, very important, and it will increase your interactiveness on your overall page. Again, increase everything from your comments, your shares, and your likes. Going down to item number 3 here. Heavy lifting interactions help a lot. And then again, this goes over to your overall content. Based on the algorithm, driving your fans to uploading pictures, videos, and engaging lengthy discussions can help your rank better in their news feed than other sources. Most Facebook users want to engage with family and friends. So your challenge is to make them want to do the same with you. And again, this goes back to why people think when they get into social media, why they just need to hammer everything about business, 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 business. If you can bring in things about your employees, if you have a brand new employee that just started, maybe you might have great things or great tidbits, trying to bring the closeness between a business relationship to a personal relationship where people can basically connect with you and people within your overall company. And simple calls, for content. The Stress Center in Tampa once promoted the musical cats by simply asking fans to post pictures of their cats on their Facebook page. Several dozen people just did that. So when you look at different types of things that you have on different ways that you can ask people to post up content or to share content, you can ask people. There's other types of things that you can get for individual contests, or different things that you can also have them do. Video contests, there's photo contests, there's all different types of things that you can do to get people to interact and actually to post things on your specific page, which is a great way. And again, with the different types of security, if somebody does post things to your page, you can basically hide an item from your page. So to give you an example that you've got, if you go to your Facebook page that you've got and you didn't want somebody to see the specific content, I can come over here and I can hide this specific post. So within your security settings, you can basically allow people to post up content and not be fearful of social media, but you can come in and garner and basically take down information that you don't believe is relevant, or you didn't like what somebody posted. There's a lot of different security settings that you have, which we're not going to go through today, all the different security settings today, but just remember that if you do open up your individual post and try to get this interactiveness, which will again increase your likelihood of your content getting to them, because if you don't allow somebody to be interactive with you, but you're saying as an overall business, I don't want anything to post anything to my page, I don't want them to make or really do anything without me basically authorizing it or what I do, then you're basically saying, well, I want all my content to go to you. If I'm going to post something about my specific business, I want that to go to you 100%. But if you're going to post something to my page, I don't want you to post anything to my page. So there's got to be somewhat of a two-way street where you're basically looking and realizing that there is a two-way street. This isn't like having like a normal website that you have where within the website you're basically pushing information to people and you're basically pushing and pushing and pushing, or you're sending out email blasts or email content. Where you should basically look at this is looking at the ability for you to basically have this greater interactiveness and why people are utilizing social media as a great customer service tool. so people can go onto their specific business page, and if something is wrong with their specific brand or there's an issue with a specific client, address it in the open. Don't hide that particular overall question or a problem that came up. Let people know, and all your individual fans, how proactive you were, how willing you were to basically resolve that particular issue. And I'm not saying that for all issues. I'm just saying that for certain issues that you do have that people will post up that you've got, it's a good idea to be able to address those, to be able to know that people realize that like and know and trust your brand, that you're very open and you're very candid as an overall company, and you're willing to basically discuss those issues in the open. So again, that's really, really a great way to basically look at individual content. If you look here that you've got consistency is imperative. The algorithm's time decay factor means that if your last Facebook post, compelling or not, was a week ago, it's likely not to be seen by anyone now. Successful brands on Facebook are posting content that drives the audience to react on a daily basis, maybe even several times a day. So you'll need to be able to test your audience to see if you need to have more than one post a day, but posting content daily is the way to start. So that's again one reason why with our total social media application, why coming in here, and we just got finished posting. If you're looking at this video, we just got finished having a brand new update for our particular system in total social media, where you can actually run separate channels, and each one of these individual channels are per industry. So I have a whole entire channel that I can basically post up information for, like the automotive industry. I can have another one for just like general. But if I wanted to come in here and I wanted to, for like ABC company in this test account or demo page that I've got here, I can basically turn on specific content that I've got and have different campaigns that are going out on a daily basis. Well, this allows you maybe as a page administrator, or maybe you're someone that has multiple businesses or multiple business pages, and you're basically wanting to push up information to all those and help and get help with a greater ease or mechanism to help manage that. That's where really, especially our latest update here in Total Social Media, how this is going to be able to help you. If you haven't checked this out, please go in and check out this latest update of our software. We actually have a video on the same YouTube channel where we actually will be posting this video up, and you can also review other videos like on our Post and Leap system. Now, if you come back here that you've got to the next item, content is king. The one surefire way to get attention and interaction is to write and publish great content. When your fans find the content so good they have to share it, you win and your edge rank rises. Take a few minutes each day and ask yourself what you can post to make your audience say, "Holy smokes, that was awesome." If you filter what you post through this litmus test, the other tips here should fall in line. So again, it basically just goes back to, instead of hastily that you've got from your side on your individual contents, if you can learn to write really, really, really good content, and if you can take content that will basically have a call to action and intrigue people and get people to want to basically interact with you, again, it's just very, very, very important as an overall company to basically come in here that you've got and to provide really good content and being that resource. And we've taught here on these overall webinars that content is king and being a resource is king. So putting up a funny picture of your cat could get a lot of likes and get a lot of shares, but what will get people coming back to your page will also be really good content and you being a resource for them. So if you're a resource for them, people that like, know, and trust your brand, and they have a reason to come back, whether that be coupons, whether that be individual reasons to basically get discounts with your overall business that you have. If you're providing really good content with your knowledge-based company and you're providing really, really good industry knowledge that they won't have to go all over the internet and basically search, this is really important information for people, where you can basically take that information that you've got and put it in specific posts and create really, really good content that people will want to be able to share. Beyond the Edgerank factors, you have to decide what you really want to get out of your Facebook. If you really want to drive sales, your content has to lead your audience to a purchase point. Now let me rephrase this that I've got here, and let me repeat this. If you want to drive sales, your content has to lead your audience to a purchase point. If your goal is developing leads and prospects, you need a strong call to action to persuade people to register or download something. So again, this comes back to our total social media application, where if you're getting people that you've got and you need people and want people to go to your specific page, we have different ways to basically get information that you can basically roll into a CRM system, which is your contact information system here. And you go to here to convert, and you go to your lead section. This is your lead section where you're basically going to get information on people if they fill out one of our forms that you create with Total Social Media. And they actually fill out the form. You see where you fill out a custom form here? If they fill out a form on this test account, you're able to basically get, their name, email address, phone, and then if they left a specific message. But if they basically came in and entered your specific sweepstakes that you've got, now entering your sweepstakes that you've got will basically capture their name and their email address, but you're incentivizing them to basically come to your page that you've got. So if you look at other types of business brands that you've got out there today, so let's go to maybe Battle on the Columbia. So if I go to Battle on the Columbia's page here, which is a company that has our application, and they use it for their overall tournaments, they use it for their sponsor pages, but you'll notice their sweepstakes button here. Now the sweepstakes button is a way to basically incentivize individuals to basically enter in their information so that you can basically converse with them that you've got not only through Facebook, but you've captured their information to basically talk with them offline that you've got as well as through Facebook. So we teach lots of different theories and techniques through Facebook to basically help you to achieve that. But the important thing here, again, is realizing what you want to be able to do and how you're basically going to use those Edgerank factors. Remember that users are generally focused on personal connections. It's not that they don't want to or won't connect with a brand or a company, but there must be a strong incentive, meaning the brand needs to deliver strong content and engagement to break through the clutter. So again, a lot of people go on Facebook, and the reason why Facebook has been so exciting for a lot of people is they've been able to connect with a lot of friends and a lot of people that really make it easy for them. And the mechanism is easy for a lot of people to basically converse, have chats, share information, talk about family, get family information. With the smartphones, it's easy to update information, take pictures from where you're at, share them with people that you've got, and it's really a great mechanism. So just to assume that you have a really, really great brand and that people are going to want to know everything in the world about your brand, and if you push up business information and only just business information about your specific company, you might be a little bit short-sighted as to what people are doing in social media, because again, it's getting people to like, know, and trust you. And again, social media has been proven that the overall business model is more effective than like a website or email blast, even though I'm saying that social media shouldn't be your only avenue, that you should use a combination of different things by utilizing blogs, websites, communicating through phone, through different types of advertising means. I'm not saying that you should give up every single advertising means that you have. But the reason why a lot of these large companies, and the reason why if you're sitting home on the couch and you're seeing a very, very large company end in a Facebook commercial, it's not by chance. It's because the overall mechanism and the buying behaviors of people and friends, if I've got Joe that's sitting right next to me and Joe's talking on a cell phone and I look over and I see, hey, that's a real cool cell phone. I said, Joe, how do you like your cell phone? He says, Ted, man, I really, really, really love I really love the cell phone. When I'm in the market for a cell phone, because I like, know, and trust Joe, I might be more apt to go look for a phone that's like Joe's, because Joe basically said, I like it, I know, and I trust this brand, and maybe you should too. So again, I hope you're able to learn something about Edgerank inherently as to the individual factors in specific posts that will basically help out your specific Edgerank. Because if you're sitting there today and you're basically making an overall post on your specific business page and you're wondering, why didn't I get as many reactions with it that you've got on the specific page? Why didn't I get as many people that looked at it? Why do I have a lot of people that have liked my specific page? but I'm not getting a lot of business. They're not really coming in the door or doing business with me or asking me a lot of questions. It's a two-way street, and you're going to have to really care about those people. You're going to have to reach out to those individual people that you've got the same way that if you were in a normal business and you would basically reach up and pick up the phone and call individual customers and see how they're doing, or basically sit there and answer the phone if the phone's ringing. You're basically not going to not pick up the phone if the phones that are ringing. Same thing if someone makes a comment on your page, you're going to basically want to pick that up, make a comment on your specific page, and basically share that here. So again, I hope these were some really important factors for you to understand a little bit on a very high level overview as to what Facebook's Edgerank is all about and how it might be able to help your business and how you can increase your Edgerank to be able to get more content to the people that like, know, and trust your brand. Again, that's it for now. I'm basically going to turn off the recording and answer a few questions here.